Good morning. Good morning. This morning's episode, we're going to talk about 2 ways that we can live a fuller life. And if you've ever felt lost for a long time, I was feeling lost, and I found these 2 ways to help live fuller and happier. Enjoy the morning show. Financially free and enjoy more of what the world has to offer in this action one, because this is where most human beings screw the pooch. So a little one-person trampoline, very I screen shared it. Like, there's no excuse. Like, phone numbers are just out there. You just got to pick up the phone, smile, and dial. Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk to Taryn Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best person you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. Good morning. This is episode 331. By gosh, rolling right through. And this morning, we're going to be talking about 2 ways I believe any individual can really live and maximize the fullness of their life. So how can we do this? How can we go about this? What are we referencing? And additionally, I'm going to reference a documentary that I just recently watched. It's called The Deepest Breath. It's available on Netflix. Shout out, go good for Netflix. I've realistically been kind of struggling to find like good movies to watch over the last couple of years. And this documentary was pretty good. So I like it and I recommend it. And really the main point that we're going to be talking about is one of the main characters. I'm going to leave names and I'm going to try and do my best to leave spoilers out. But if you really do want to watch it, you don't want to watch the details, then you got to be careful, because I might slip up and tell you a few more details about these characters than you would like to know. Regardless, The Deepest Breath. So there is a character on here who is feeling very lost. And I want you to try to relate yourself, because there was a point in my life where I felt very lost. And I think everyone goes through stages where they feel lost, feel a little helpless, and feel a lot more of these negative emotions creep in, and they ruin our present moments, and they ruin the quality of our attention. So we want to try to address these and see if we can try and learn something about ourselves. Good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. So really, I believe there are 2 ways that we can really help ourselves to live a fuller life. This character from this documentary was traveling all across the world, something so many people would die to do. They would pray every day to switch this person places, right? To be able to travel across the world and to be able to help people. This person was traveling from country to country, was all over the place, in Africa, in different places, in multiple continents, just checking out different things, trying to find himself living what a lot of us would consider the dream, traveling across the world, right? And during these travels, this person felt very lost. They felt very helpless. And again, they were hard on themselves and feeling a bunch of negative emotion, which it ruins the present moment, which we know from the show that we talk about all the time. The present moment and the quality of your attention is all you actually have. So if this person traveling the world, doing all of these amazing things, helping all of these people still feels very lost, then I think it's easy to say that we can feel lost ourselves. And I think it's easy to see other people and think, oh, wow, they're doing all these great things. Why do I have to feel bad about myself? Why do I have to feel lost? Why? It turns out that pretty much everyone goes through these cycles of what I would deem insanity, when you have everything super precious, such as the beat of your heart, your ability to breathe, your ability to move. So we have the capacity to love and to enjoy our life. But I think everyone's going to naturally go through a cycle, because we never run a marathon in 0 minutes and 0 seconds. Correct? So we're going to feel down sometimes. And I wanted to reference these 2 points because these have made my life feel more full than anything I have personally experienced. And I wanted to share them with you because I believe this character from this documentary was able to find this for himself to live a fuller and a happier life. So we're going to go to the board today. We're going to go over 2 ways I have learned to live a fuller life. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show this morning. So this is episode number 331. By gosh, on the road to 1,000. And this morning's show, we're talking about two ways to live. Two ways to live. And the first one that we're going to be talking about is finding a career you love. Finding a career I love. And I'm not saying you just like this thing. I'm saying you love this thing. You wake up and you are ready to go. You want to do this. You enjoy this more than other side activities. You enjoy the side activities don't even matter because the career that you have is what you adore and you put a lot of your time, effort, energy, self-love, everything into this thing. Finding a career, love. And a lot of people say, I can't, what do I do? Well, I'm already working something. I have kids. I have responsibilities. I can't just get up and leave. What do I do? And as we talk about, we have people we reference, such as heroes like Tony Robbins. We have heroes such as Jordan Peterson or Sam or any of these people. How does this happen over time? Turns out it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to figure this out. I always really like the reference and the analogy of how many tries would you allow your kid to try and walk? How many? 4, 5, 10, 12. For some reason, we're so okay in those situations for trying until we get it right, So our challenge this morning is what we're trying to encourage is think about what it is that you do for your career. Do you absolutely adore it? Do you love it? Do you need to just be more interested in what you do? Or do we need to completely start learning? It turns out there is millions of books, millions of online videos, tons of opportunities to just start looking around and browsing. It's never too late. And you might have to do both. You might have to work your current job and be interested and look for something else. If you're having a hard time with this, please make sure to contact me. We have a slew of questions and exercises that can help you find the perfect career for yourself. But really, the first most fulfilling thing I've come to love and something I pulled off of, the first thing that Steve was able to find after traveling all the world, feeling super lost, doing a million different things, he finally stumbled into, in this documentary, it's about free diving. He dove into free diving. So it took him literally hundreds of tries to figure out what it is that he really wanted to do. And I ask you, how many tries are you willing to have to figure out what it is that you absolutely love to do? And maybe you need to work it part-time. You might need to work it part-time in the beginning. I think a lot of people are very scared, and me included in this, was very scared to start diving into something that I really love because it's like, where's the money coming from? Where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? It's all about the money. And we realize that, I can develop a plan on the side and ask myself, what do I need to give up? The power of no. The power of no. The power of no. What do you need to say no to in order to say yes to what it is that you're trying to find to do? I hear this excuse all the time, Tanner, I don't have the time. I can't do that. I got this going on and I got this going on. I got to go do this. And we all have the same 24 hours. Everyone wears that nice, big, heavy, busy badge. Everyone's busy. Everyone's got responsibilities, right? So the power of no, you got to figure out, make a list of what do I need to say no to in order to say yes to figuring out what it is I need to do. Even if it's just 10 minutes that we spend today, 10 minutes. You just spend 10 minutes on figuring out what it is that you want to do. If you don't love your job, if you don't absolutely and adore your job, I would challenge you to go look for something else. I would challenge for you to look at other opportunities. I would challenge you to just learn something about something to see if you can kind of stumble on what it is your passion. How do we learn to talk as we're children, as we're babies? You're kind of babbling all over the place. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And that's okay, because it doesn't really matter. It turns out we don't have to be good at anything as long as we can take away judgment. So I've been working with therapists, life coach, business coach. I work with a lot of coaches because I'm trying to figure out how to be the best possible person I can be and hopefully influence and help support others doing this. So I'm doing meetings multiple times a week, trying to dive into myself and figure. It turns out I wasn't doing a lot of things because I thought I'd be bad at them. I thought I'd be bad at them. Can't do it. I'm not good at this. Can't do this. And it turns out that doesn't mean shit. You can try whatever it is that you want to do, and you don't have to be good. I was reading this book from Dr. Wayne Dyer, Erroneous Zone. Shout out. This is actually a copy that my mom gave me. And he was talking about doing things that we suck at. It's okay to try new things that we suck at. And I would continue to question and come back to this career part. If you don't absolutely love your job, I'm not saying get up and just quit your job today. But what I am saying is that continue to look, continue to feel, because there's nothing that has brought me, well, there's two to this. Two on our list today, two things that have brought me incredible amounts of joy. And the first one, I couldn't even imagine missing out on loving my career so much and finding true passion in my work. You just spend so much time doing it that it'd be a total shame for you to hate it. It'd be a total shame. And I think the word shame is heavy, and we don't need to feel shame on ourselves for the past, for picking this job, because we just didn't know what we wanted. Like the baby who couldn't walk. The first 4 or 5 tries just falling out on the ground. It's not that those are wasted attempts. And the skills that we build from job to job, turns out that they're usually really universal and really good. Communicating, technology, networking, all of this stuff, we piggyback and we take this from so many of my principles from just investing and buying and selling real estate, boom, slap it right into coaching, right into creating courses, right into doing trainings with teams, employees, business owners, all of those things. So it's not that it's all for nothing, but we take these skills and we plan them into what it is that we're trying to do next. And again, find the career that you love. This has brought me insane amounts of joy. I can speak with conviction on it. I'm really excited about it. But that is number one. So that's what we're looking for. That's things that we are living a fuller life. Number one, finding that career. Number two, find a partner. Find a partner. So finding a partner is the number 2 thing on the list. Shout out to my wonderful, amazing girlfriend. She's one of the greatest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting and getting to know. Absolutely love you, honey. And finding a partner has maximized and really helped me not only become a better, fuller person for myself, but it's brought me ways to live that I never fully expected. And how many tries, so I hear this all the time, Tanner, I'm in this bad relationship, I don't know what to do. What you need to do is you need to leave this person, and then you need to strengthen yourself by investigating what lights your soul on fire. In the documentary, this person is traveling the entire world. He's traveling the entire world, doesn't really know what he wants to do for work, feels very lonely. He doesn't have a girlfriend, he doesn't have a wife, he doesn't have a lot of things to bring him, like love and compassion. So he's feeling very lost, and he's feeling a lot of this heavy weight, and it's eating him alive. And it's when I really sit down and think of the 2 things that have brought me more love and more joy in my life, these are the two. It's finding a career I love and finding the partner and really connecting with someone who you can be with that is truly your best friend. How many billions of people are on this planet that are the opposite sex or the same sex. Whoever your partner is, whoever you are attracted to, if you can find the right partner, I believe it can really fully expand your life. And how many tries do we give the baby to try and walk? As many as they can. They're like, Tanner, I keep screwing up. I've dated 5 people in a row and they all suck and they're all terrible. And it's like, damn, that sucks. And that's part of making a match. And I believe once you keep going, you're saying like, Tanner, I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s, I'm in my 60s. The age is just a number. How you feel internally, how you feel emotionally, how you feel spiritually will determine the quality of when you can meet and have a really loving relationship. Again, I'm a big proponent. If you are not absolutely loved and you're not absolutely in love and your relationship isn't what you want it to be, you need to communicate with this person. Communication is absolutely the number one rule to relationships, right? Your best friends, your kids, the love of your life, whatever it is, communication. It's kind of like the location thing of real estate. We communicate with these people, and if this isn't what we truly want, it's not setting our soul on fire, and we're not madly in love with these people, I would say you need to move on. There's so many people. And what we can do, something we need to watch out for, is making sure that we are improving ourselves. There's this powerful thing about codependence in partnerships that we need to be very careful of. We need to be growing as individuals, but helping and support each other towards what it is that we really love and want to do. So what are the two ways to live a fuller life? I would say number one, just for review for my video editor as we wrap up this morning's episode, is finding a career I love. Find the career I love. If you don't love your job, start looking for something else. When's the best time to do it? 10 years ago. When's the second best time to do it? Right here, right now. Because we can just spend 10 minutes today, 10 minutes, in just reading an article, watching a YouTube video. You can contact me. I got questions that I'll ask you out the wazoo about what career do you like? Well, how much money do you want to make? How do you want to interact with people? What do you want your ideal day to look like? What do you want your future to look like 10 years from now? These are all super important in trying to find the career that you love. And then number two, finding a partner. Finding someone who you can love with, someone who you can connect with, someone who can support you. These are all super important, super crucial to living a happier and fulfilling life. The partner. I can only speak from personal experience, but these two things combined is like rocket fuel. It's fucking pouring gas on a fire of my soul out into the universe to try and help people be the best versions of themselves. And the combination of the two is really what makes me the absolute best version of myself. So I ask you, which one are you trying to work on? Which one matters more to you? And it turns out, little secret, for the partner, it might be a blessing because in this time in your life, you might have to work on yourself before you're ready to be with somebody else. I don't know. You got to investigate this stuff. You got to keep leaning into this stuff. But I can only speak from personal experience that I wasn't in a relationship for a long time, and I worked on myself a lot, and I really grew as a person. And then I met the right person at the right time. The timing of things, this little clock that we got going on here, the timing of things is out of your control. The only thing you can do is put yourself out there. So are you going to put yourself out there this morning? Are you going to put yourself out there today? Are you going to wait till next week? Are you going to wait till you're 10 years older, 20 years older? Are you just going to give up on it completely? These are questions that you got to ask for yourself to try and figure out what it is that you want to do. So first, 2 ways to live a fuller life. We have over here, good morning, good morning. Thanks for tuning in to this show this morning. Back to my banners. These were 2 ways I've learned to live a fuller life. And shout out to the documentary, The Deepest Blue. I'm going to kind of share my screen for just a second because I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a taste of this. I hope the audio works on it.
Steve, massive applications to the safety diver ever. If a diver wants to feel secure, they're very happy to use the
passion
that they're
for
familiar
his
with.
work, the passion
Believe in Alessia,
for the love
and so he
for
started training
partner.
with her.
Alessia and Steve, they had a very
It's
special
really
connection.
inspiring. It was pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that. I don't want to show too much of it. But from that documentary, The Deepest Breath, we were able to take away, and I was watching this and I was like, holy shit, dude, this feels amazing. He was searching endlessly for these two things. It didn't matter that he was doing what we all dream to do, traveling the world. I can't tell you how many clients I've had there. What do you want to do for your life? What do you want to do for your vision? Everyone's writing down, I want to travel the world. I want to see things. I want to experience things. But really, what has brought way more joy than traveling, I live in a little tiny town in Illinois. And these two things have brought me way more joy in my life than traveling the entire country, doing all this. I was living out of my car for months at a time, just seeing the world, going to national parks, meeting people left and right. It was a very valuable part of my life, but really, at the end of the day, locking in that career, or at least working on it. I don't know if I'm going to do this career forever, and that's okay. I don't know. Nothing is forever, right? Nothing is permanent. But locking into these things and feeling massive amounts of love. Can we get a little heart this morning? Feeling massive amounts of love for your career and for your partner. I truly believe wholeheartedly that, no pun intended, that it's really moved me in a way and unlocked my full potential in ways that I could never imagine. So I wanted to come on here and share that with you. As you can tell, I'm very, very passionate about this stuff. And if I can help you in any way possible, just shoot me a direct message, reach out to me on any of the social media platforms. And if I can send you some questions, if I can send you a worksheet, or if I can just talk to you on the phone, whatever it is to try and help with these things, please don't ever hesitate. Thanks so much. And in case you needed to hear it, I love you. You're a badass. You got this today. Let's make some positive changes. Let's keep taking action and keep working towards what it is that we want most in our lives. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one. 8 a.m. Central Standard Time with another episode of the Talk Tenor Morning Show. Cheers, everyone. Have an incredible, incredible day. Peace.